let's see how both teams have learned over the course of this series, because GEN.G are going to keep trying to have flex picks that can deal with most scenarios, and the Freak of Freaks are going to try to find those few scenarios where the flex picks won't work.
Yeah,
exactly. So far in the LCK, we will see the Lee Sin lock-in.
Omti as well in the Casper Cup was looking fantastic on the Lee Sin. I believe 30 KDA.
I said the word Mordekaiser a lot to Spirit in the past.
This is another one that could certainly be flexed around in the Yasuo, but lots of different options. 10 seconds to go, and we know that Afrika are playing with the hearts.
From every single pick that comes in here.
Annie! Okay. So Spirit's going to be playing Annie this game, I guess.
Is she okay?
I don't know. Talk to Michael.
Annie comes in, LS somewhere watching this in glee. As Spirit does continue with playing those champions.
Not going to be as reliable to keep the waves in the positions that you want them for the Afrika Freaks against GEN.G, but let's hear from the fans. GEN.G have been so loud so far tonight. Find his opportunity to flash forward.
They need to see something from Life, otherwise it seems impossible.
Yeah, there's the stun. The grand entrance comes down there as well as Ruler is able to dash his way out with the supercharger. Good double knockup comes in as well as Life doesn't have the ultimate, but didn't need it. And the disengage is really nice from GEN.G.
This is why I say it's almost impossible.
This is the roster that was decided on, right? It feels like we're in one of those scenarios where, you know, MVP couldn't... Oh, goodness. See you later, Spirit. And it's going to be first blood. They pull the trigger. They get it done. Hex flash from Life. Just feels too on the bottom side of the map, and he's actually going to show himself trying to get some of these turret plates. As there's the headbutt pole, and Spirit once again in trouble, but is going to get that shield from the Guardian. The battle dance is going to come down, but Spirit is not going to get hit up. Peanut finally finds that kill. Turret shot nowhere near enough in order to get that damage back. Gleaming Quill does negligible damage, but Dread is going to flash on in and pick up that kill.
Peanut's so desperate for the kill, goes super over. Instead it ends up being a 1-for-1 after all, and some assists going the way of Afrika. That means they should pick up the Infernal Drake as mid lane.
Yep, Fly not going to get hit by the claw damage, but Yukal in so much trouble. Using the claw aggressively, does have the flash still available. And a Kindle Gem, so building real tanky here as there's the flash sustain.
Good from Peanut. He runs straight to another lane gank. And it's basically soloed by Roach there. Hits everything. Love the opening. So many more E-flashes happening.
Well, he is going to walk all the way up. Peanut's waiting. Yeah, exactly right. It's going to be a 3v3, but Zoe's going to make it down there first. Teleport's available. There's the Hex Flash. They find Dread. They had no vision. They just guessed. But it's still looking like he's going to fall, but not before Peanut goes down. And Dread's still able to limp out of this one. The Frozen Tomb's in, and Ruler's already dead. Tibbers is tanking up so much of that damage, and Afrika just trashed the team fight.
They do. They get the kill. Ruler goes down, and suddenly GEN.G give over 3 kills against the run of play.
I don't know how Dread survived that. They guessed it so beautifully that he was going to be there, but it was Peanut that paid for it. Now Shelly comes down and pulls out so much gold from this turret. It's like a bank heist movie.
Not a lot each, but 5 members sharing in the Shelly charge, maybe for the first time we've ever had. In LCK, not usually are you 5
have Fierce Beyond Death. Fly looking for the trouble bubble, does get it. Headbutt pole onto one as Life trying to segregate this team fight. Peanut comes in, the quickness goes down though, and immediately Peanut is punished. Ruler can't get in there again as the Claw of Doom gets Yukal out as the Hail of Blades trying to be utilized, and the trouble bubble once again isn't going to land. Audacious Charge was held onto for so damn long, and there's the targeted CC onto Ruler, but can they actually take him down is the question. Such low health buzz, they eventually get him, but that was too close for comfort. Dash cannon there from Flight, in comes Roach. Fear Beyond Death, not going to be able to get Proud feared up, but he's still scared enough, Bubba Smithy, because he's behind enemy lines, and he's going to be taken down by the turret.
He'll go down. That was a really extended fight around the Infernal, which does not die. During that particular time, Roach is able to join. You're halving to the outscale of GEN.G.
Yep. Super Soaker going to land on the Proud, who's been the one soaking damage here for the Afrika Freaks. Another Infernal Drake is going to spawn, which is why the Afrika Freaks have been moving on down here.
Well, this should get a fight, but the vision control is pretty damn good from GEN.G. What will Spirit do?
This is the one brush that Afrika actually had vision in. Is Keen going to jump on over, tries to get some damage down as Roach soaks the entire culling.
He's out of the fight for now.
Has to get out of there, and Afrika Freaks going to make it a 50-50, but Dread does pick that one up a little bit early from Peanut.
This play is negative EV, I guess one way you could call it. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, now that these trouble bubbles are starting to land, Keen had to tank that one as the ultimate barely misses Relentless Pursuit enough to get Keen out of the way. But now health bars are too low, and this is what can happen. You get 3 paddle stars in a row. Isolated.
Ruler in the mid lane gets closer and closer to the 100 CS advantage. Spirit receives a paddle star, and he doesn't like it.
Nope. Next one, you're going to have to use your stopwatch to avoid it. And that is certainly not what you want, as he's backing on a wall. So at least the Rift Scuttler's going to cop the punishment. Dread gets one back there as Keen immediately starts up this Baron. Spirit coming on over, wanting to try and charge up that stun as quickly as possible, as if that paddle star landed, I have a feeling Spirit may have just died, but it's still taking damage. The Urgot still on the bottom side of the map as Life gets the control ward in, takes half of his health bar though. He's not going to be able to tank any more of this, has to flash to get himself out as Keen still going and gets damage down onto Peanut.
All they get is the teleport from Urgot though, yep, that is a lot of damage.
And now Keen cannot do that anymore. That is just over. No more.
It's available.
Going aggressive. Yep. That trouble bubble's not going to actually find anyone here, as the Void Seeker's just going to help do damage to the Baron, as Spirit with Flash armed is ready to stop anyone from coming on over. Keen immediately jumps as they're trying to get this turn.
Yeah, Roach low.
Yeah. Tries to throw through, and Fly's going to be taken out. The Q from Yukal is enough to get it off to the side. I was watching Roach, but Fly just portal jumped a little bit too far forward, and Cleanse and Flash not able to help him. The Flash tip is just straight up misses onto Peanut, but a Freak of Freak's not perturbed. Will be Peanut once again having to go for some sort of steal.
Level under is Peanut, no Flash, but has the blast plant here. 50-50, can Peanut do it?
No Frozen Tomb available from Yukal here, who flashes on top. That's the stopwatch, immediately traded as Keen once again dashes on over. But is there going to be enough of the damage from Ruler? The answer is most likely yes, but the blast cone trolls him entirely, and a Freaker just take the Baron.
Bit of heist there, and Keen wants a kill.
Yep, the double tap not enough to get rid of it onto Roach. That's a big pulverize, but no follow-up available, and Keen picks up the kill.
Seemed impossible to keep Peanut out of the pit, but they do it. They keep him out of the pit. They get the smite down.
One of the bigger ones. Certainly not worth talking about, as the culling flies in once again. Roach is always the one that soaks them, but this time didn't have enough health bar to get through it, and they lose their tank. Fly portal jumping around. Q gonna land from Peanut, but he just can't afford to go in. This is going to be base broken, and a Freak of Freaks. It's a war of attrition, but they have been able to win out.
I think they'll try and get some Nexus turrets here. Peanut, we going in.
Yep, Dread gonna at least take one. Good knock-up, but it's only onto Peanut, as Life trying to get more done. Fly takes out Dread, and Keen very, very low on that health bar, but they do manage to trade. Ruler still full health, does have a lot of damage available to him. And that means that a Freak
down bot side. Spirit just rolls in.
Have they found a position where they can catch him out, though? Roach once again. Okay. Spirit was caught by a trouble bubble, which is why he had to use the Zhonya's.
That crisis averted. Gen.G, they know that Spirit is just
on top of, and the Baron is getting taken down relatively quickly. Life not in a great position to try and get some CC across and Fly. Not going to find the paddle stars, and in goes the teleport. The Claw going to be able to get Yukal right over this wall at the same time. And Ruler, he could just get flashed on. Claw lands, supercharges in there, but Yukal flashes over. 4-man pulverize from Life, but they're just playing this one front to back. Peanut gets his way out. The health bars are very low, but the trade back damage just isn't there. Keen, can you get the damage in? Roach gets the fear. It's onto Dread and Tibbers. You cannot run fast enough. Yukal does actually dive forward, but feels so frightened. Can't get anything else other than turning golden in their face.
So
Dread is going to turn up here as Peanut dives forward. The Halo Blade's not quite as effective now. As you can see, the paddle stars need to be respected. Also, Void Seeker landing for a relatively large amount of damage. Chlorodoom on cooldown. Spirit over to the side as Ruler just wants to pick him off, but they still are putting damage into this Elder Drake. Finally, Keen turns his attention onto Gen.G, and the trouble bubble does not land. Reset of the Dragon as Dread finally going to jump back in on top of it. They're going for the 50-50. Peanut lands the cube, but doesn't take the Dragon, and immediately gets taken down. The Young Fingers are once again victorious as Keen throws through the culling, but with some time on his own, which is why the Afrika Freaks are being more respectful. As soon as Roach turns up topside, that's when Keen's happy to walk forward, get some double taps, and now Spirit does have... No, it doesn't quite yet. Okay, Life. Oh my god, the culling into the back of the moo cow, and he's just straight up dead. Relentless Pursuit gets Keen out of the way of these paddle stars, and the base is destroyed. Fly takes some taps, and it's just real scary. Peanut going for the last-ditch engage, but has to flash out of the way of Proud's engage himself. Grand entrance needing to be respected, and with no flash, how does Peanut get anyone out of position?
They can't necessarily end the game here, usually, with 3 inhibitors down. We're just on a waiting game. But it's so risky against Gen.G. We've never seen Ruler pop up, but we know 3 crashing at the same time.
Well, double super creeps are still making their way out of the Afrika Freak space, so it is a bit of a wait before they get here. 2,000 gold, the Baron power play, meaning that still things are very, very close. That needs to hit about 8,000 before it's any big lead that we've been seeing most of the day, but the Nexus turrets are now under fire. In goes Proud to find even more. 2-man pulverized from Life just to try and get them out of there, as Proud is going to be safe for the moment, but that's another full culling, and Keen's now nicking around this fight like no one can stop him, and I don't think anyone can, as the double tap not quite there to get rid of Fly, but the Nexus will be taken down, and Afrika Freaks come back after a Game 2 loss and take down Gen.G.
And damn, do they do it their way. 2 teams rooted at the bottom of the table, 0 and 4, need to fight so valiantly just for a single match win. Afrika Freaks, how replicable is bot lane Annie, bot lane Morg, bot lane Nico? Is it just, let's get some confidence and then work it out and bring back aiming? We're not to know. Lots of creativity there, and credit to the coaching staff. They were having a great time the entire time. Ruler just never found an entrance. They could never fight front to back because things just didn't go to plan for the side of Gen.G, and Afrika Freaks feels like they nicked one away from the side of Gen.G.
They certainly did, but the grins on their faces, just having the best time. Once that game was over, even after their loss in game number 2, it looked like they were still the happiest boys ever. Coaching staff joining them, just it's just the absolute opposite what happened to Gen.G, because even after game 2 and their victory, they didn't look like they were a happy team. This squad feeling like there's just nothing that they can do.
They can do anything.